passion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels and Gakeley are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gakeley Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina, Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 42 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blast from the past menu favorites like Cancun oysters, chili dog, costillas, and pollo limon. The celebration doesn't stop with your favorite Mexican food. Drop in for one of those famous Chico's margaritas in the bar or outside on the patio. Hurry in, the celebration menu ends March 31st. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Warm up with our winter savings at the Bowfort Hotel. Plan your winter escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Bowfort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Bowfort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Swing. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Hey, Jared, how much of that cake did you eat yesterday?
How much did you eat?
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Little John.
What in the world?
This is why Cliff makes the big bucks. He's the king of Greenville. This is why right here, right?
He's a great communicator.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Please call in and air your underwear.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927fm.com. And we'd love for you to come hang out with us on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. What is on your mind on this Tuesday? Men's and women's Final Four set. Big baseball game for the Pirates tonight. And ECU spring practice rolls on. We'll have comments from Josh Aldridge, new defensive coordinator, and second-year offensive coordinator John David Baker coming up later on our Pirate Radio social media sites and on YouTube at Pirate Radio TV. Guest to get to on today's show, the Mully man, Mike Mullis, will join us in just a couple of minutes. Coach Mack McCarthy, joins us hour number 2. And hour 3, we'll talk to Bryce Williams, get his thoughts on spring football and more, and go down his bracket. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got intern Grayson here. We'll talk about her bracket in a moment as she sits third place in the Pirate Radio bracket challenge behind myself and intern Hayden. What a top 3. The 3 best basketball minds here at Pirate Radio. Intern Will here as well. We got left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt's here. What's up, Sean?
What's up, Clipper?
I have 2 quick bones of contention to express to you.
Okay.
Nothing serious. It's all good. One, just more of a concern. You have a lot of tabs open. I think you should knock out a few of those tabs. I don't think you need all of them. 2, the biggest point I'm going to make, and this one does kind of irk me. We tell people every day, hey, give us a like. Show you like the show. I can't believe April 1st, 2025, I have to remind you to hit the like.
I'm not going to like the stream because I don't like this show. April Fools!
Oh, wow. You had me in the first half, not going to lie. We'll check in with Chat Gang in a moment, but right now we'll head out to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk to Mike Mullis, who joins us on the program. What's up, Mully, man?
Hey, buddy.
Beautiful day for baseball, both in Wilmington and here in Pitt County, and a big one for the Pirates. I kind of like when games are set up as must-win games. So, Mully, you may disagree, but Brandon Manning said in order for ECU to host, and he's got his Manning math he's doing, which is dangerous, but has worked out before for the Pirates years ago. He says this is a must-win for ECU to host. I like that. I like that pressure. I like those stakes. So, Mully, just how important is this game, you think, tonight against UNCW for the Pirates?
I mean, I think to call it a must-win, I don't know that any of them are when you're not we obviously the remainder of the schedule is not super heavy in RPI opportunities. Most of that coming during your midweek matchups, and the conference isn't going to bail you out from that standpoint. So I mean, I would say all of them are important, and I think it's more about the RPI does have some bearing, but I think it's more about just tallying wins, and the Pirates trying to get to somewhere up there around the magic numbers that make everybody go, okay, well, this is a regional type team, and maybe that's somewhere north of 36, 37. I would have to sit down and do the math on what's left to see if, could they get to 40? I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think Cliff, I don't think at this point in the season any one's more important than any of the others because again, you just need to win ball games.
Win ball games. A couple of highlights from over the weekend, and we'll talk more about the matchup tonight. But Riley Johnson returning, East Carolina getting the sweep, which is great. The conference ERA and what the pitching has done through 6 games in conference play has been fantastic. But how about Jake Hunter, Mully? And you called it a Little League day the other night when I saw you, and there was probably a time in Jake Hunter's life where he's hitting cleanup for his Little League team or whatever. But when the focus solely turns to pitching, these guys don't handle a bat, and it can look a little awkward up there. And he had kind of a windmill swing, kid swinging off a tee type of performance, but found a way to get it through the right side. Big hit, came around to score a run, and did it in a crucial spot, all while throwing 2 innings before that. So just a massive individual effort by Jake Hunter on Saturday night.
Yeah, unfortunately for those of us that have been around the game and the debate rages on about is hitting a baseball the hardest thing to do in athletics. Jake Hunter didn't do us any favors by going up there and dispelling that myth, at least for him. It certainly was not poetic. I'm just glad he didn't get hurt getting out of the box. But you know, he got a knock, and the last knock that I can remember by a pitcher only for East Carolina since Jake Kuchmaner. So, yeah, good piece there by Jake. I know that's exciting. I'm sure he went in the dugout and told his teammates, "Man, y'all make this look way harder than it is. There's nothing to this hitting thing." But yeah, good. I know that's something he'll never forget and probably never quit talking about.
Yeah, I wouldn't. 5-game week this week for East Carolina. UNCW tonight. Elon coming up Wednesday at home. That's at 6 o'clock as well. And then a 3-game series against FAU this weekend at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Mully, how about the Seahawks? Pirates lost to them, or will play them tonight on the road. They lost to them at Segra Stadium 9-4 earlier this season. That was back on March 18th. So once again, Mully, what's your scouting report on the Seahawks team?
I mean, you know, they're a solid club. They've had some ups and downs themselves this year. Look, it's real simple. You can't give up double-digit free passes if you're the Pirate pitching staff. So regardless of how good Wilmington is or anybody else is, they got to figure out a way midweek to minimize that and give themselves an opportunity to win, play just good, clean baseball.
All right, Mully, what other big baseball is going on tonight?
You know what? It's kind of, at least from our side, it's a little bit quiet on the high school front. I'm sure there are some folks playing, but, man, I have a difficult enough time keeping up with my schedule. But we at D.H. Conley, we go again tomorrow at New Bern, and then
the Bears
home against South Central. So,
okay,
so it's a busy time of year. Everybody's kind of at the halfway point, and you know this thing's kind of like everybody's kind of figuring out what their positions look like and what they got to do to improve their stock.
When we talked to you last week, Mully, you were preparing for Conley and Rose and dominating win last week for the Vikings.
Yeah, you know the guys played well, man, and it that's just one of those kind of anomaly games that, you know, a lot of things went right for us. And, you know, it all started with a great outing by Tucker Anderson on the mound. He did a great job. So, you know, you look at those things and, you know, look, we'll play them again and it'll be a heck of a game. It always is. That was kind of an outlier. So, yeah, we had Conley, we had a big week last week, 3 wins. And as Coach Godwin says, it's hard to win. It's hard to win 3 games in a week, and we're happy to be able to do it whenever we can.
Mully, looking at Major League Baseball, big night last night for the Cincinnati Reds. They put up 14 runs. Ellie De La Cruz, couple of dingers, 7 RBIs.
Torpedo bat.
The headline on ESPN says, with torpedo bat, Ellie De La Cruz has 7 RBIs. Keys Reds win. That has been the topic here, week 1 of Major League Baseball. Do you have any thoughts on the torpedo bat?
Well, it's come into prominence because of obviously what the Yankees have done, but these bats are not brand new. They've been around since, man, I'm going to say 22 or 23, and but listen, nobody's more reluctant to make changes than baseball players. Maybe second only to golfers. You know, they get a putter or something, they just aren't going to get rid of it. But so, you know, they swing a little bit different, and we've seen them in aluminum bats for a number of years. So, you know, I don't know. It'll be interesting now that they're such the hot commodity. It'll be interesting to see if Major League Baseball takes a look at it and deems them to be illegal at some point. But I mean, obviously, if you look at the current numbers, there's justification for why they are what they are. The guys that are swinging them are having great success. And again, going back to that Yankees game, I mean, Aaron Judge doesn't swing a torpedo bat. He's just a gifted dude. So. But yeah, it's interesting. It may be genius by Major League Baseball to have something for people to talk about when you're only at like game 5 of the season. At least there's more people that are probably paying attention than maybe normally would be.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mully, let's say hypothetically you root for a team that has high expectations going into the year. That's like second in the odds to win the World Series. At what point do you start to get a little bit concerned that they haven't won a game this year? Like, do you go another week or so, or is it okay to be disappointed at 0-5? What do you think?
You asking for a friend?
Yeah.
It is absolutely okay to start being,
Okay.
I don't think concerned, but you got to go, wait a minute. We're just not. I mean, theoretically, you would not think this hypothetical club would lose 5 games in a row anywhere in the season, especially out of the gate. So I would tell that hypothetical fan base that they can start hypothetically worrying, because it certainly is not off to a great start. Now, there's an awful long ways to go, and we've had this conversation, Clip, you and I, for years now, that the season really starts around the All-Star break. For those teams that aren't, it's more or less you can't win it now. You can certainly play yourself out of it, but the All-Star break for those teams that are bunched up, that's when it starts to get a little more interesting. But I do think it's crazy to see what's going on with your club there, buddy.
Yeah. Good news. 2 more against the Dodgers coming up tonight and tomorrow before they finally get home and maybe can feast on Clayton McCullough's club. How about the Marlins? In 3 out of the first 4 games of Clayton McCullough as manager there, Mully, they win walk-off fashion. That's a dream right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if that's who you want to feast on, because if you're...
Oh, we'll sweep them.
Well, if you're as worried about your team, they're as excited about their team as you are worried, because when have the Marlins come out of the gate like that? So, yeah, I mean, Clayton's pushing the right buttons right now, right? 5 games into his managerial career, and he should be manager of the year. But let's see what happens the rest of the 157.
Mike Mullis joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Mully, what games you got this week? You doing all of them on ESPN Plus? Yeah, we're doing actually nothing midweek. The game tomorrow will be pass-through, and then we will have Friday and Saturday's games. And Sunday will be a pass-through. They're going to carry the full plus production will be on softball on Sunday. So I'll be honest with you, Clipper, I'm kind of looking forward to going out to the ballpark Sunday and just kind of taking the game in and just watching the game and being a fan. It'll be fun. But we'll get to talk about the first 2. And like I said, Friday night I'll be with Evan Budrovich, and Saturday I'll be with Patrick Johnson. All right, Mully, have a great call, and enjoy this beautiful baseball weather. We will see you soon, man. See you soon, pal. All right, there is Mike Mullis joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Before we take a break real quick, Shirley, want to catch up with the chat gang here on a Tuesday. Jamie says, hey now. Hey now. Steve with a Ayo. Ayo. Clipper. Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
It was in the men's section.
It was in the men's section.
Swinging dingers.
Swinging dingers.
All right. Thank you, Shirley. Pike said, don't like the stream. April Fools. Boy, you got me there, Pike. Joel said, wait, Clip didn't actually leave? Oh,
Anthony Santander.
What's up, Hayden? Hayden and Jarrett on the way to Wilmington for baseball. How about those tricksters on the Holt Naylor show, man?
Yeah.
Those tricksters put up a message that I was leaving Pirate Radio.
There were some people that were happy about it.
There was. One guy said, who's that?
You were
some guy named Glenn, not Glenn Griffin. Not Glenn Big Baby Davis.
Perry?
Said, thank God that guy's a hack.
Called you a hack.
Hack. I take that as a compliment. You know why?
You retweeted the post.
I think Hack Wilson holds the record for what? Most RBIs in a season, most RBIs ever. So I think he's saying I'm the hack of Pirate Radio.
You're the hack Wilson.
I'm the hack Wilson.
Wilson.
Did you knock off any tabs?
A couple.
You knocked off a couple.
I ain't getting rid of this one, buddy.
Yeah, you can't get rid of the Riff Raff freestyle on YouTube. Somebody made a point. That was Joel as well. The salesman always needs his tabs. It's a good point.
Got to keep your tabs open.
Too bad they're all YouTube and ESPN and nothing to do with sales.
Well, a couple.
Pike is heading to Wilmington for the game. Josh was hoping Sean would open up the show. He says shoe, and Clip busts through the door saying, I ain't leaving. You should have. Why didn't you open up the shoe?
Sorry. I'm keeping my shoes on.
All right. Let's take a break. Got a lot of betting talk going on in the chat today. Josh says, can we talk about the betting debacle of the CBC yesterday, the Crown? Josh, tell you what, we'll have a little bit of time to hit some ancillary topics. I am unfamiliar with what you are speaking of, so I will look into that, and you can tell me what you're talking about if you'd like as well. But I did not see anything on this. There is basketball going on right now. What tournament is this? It's DePaul and Cincinnati. Oh, it's the Crown. Back at it again.
We're on to Cincinnati?
On Fox Sports 1, yeah. We will take a break, come back when we return. Got a golf tournament going on in honor of a buddy of mine that passed away. We will tell you about that, give you the details, and more when we return Pirate Radio Live after this.
Ahoy Greenville! Prepare to set sail for the 18th annual Pirate Fest on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Greenville Town Common. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. with the Parade of Pirates. Then beginning at 1 p.m., it's great beach music from the Embers. At 3 p.m., Cooper Greer takes the stage. And at 5 p.m., it's Captain Mike and Shipwrecked with a Jimmy Buffett tribute. Visit our unique food trucks, eclectic vendors, and immerse yourself in pirate festivities. For more details, visit piratefestnc.com.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
At U.S. Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want or the phone plan that's right for you. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Whoa, that's like getting tickets to both a wrestling match and a figure skating show.
Yep, get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90, no trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here.
The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Mack McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Overtime Tavern is now open at 1011 South Charles Boulevard. Come in for great food, cold drinks, and all the game day action. Swing in today and try their Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious wings. They are open until midnight Sunday through Thursday and open late until 3 a.m. on the weekend. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and your premier country store, serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free, high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now back into PRL. Here's the clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Coach Mack McCarthy will join us hour 2. Former ECU tight end Bryce Williams coming up hour number 3. But right now, we'll tell you about an event going on at Aden Golf and Country Club coming up May 2nd. It'll be the first Jason Butler Memorial Golf Tournament. And Butler, a friend of mine and a friend of Caroline Harris. I've been telling folks I was having Caroline Cook on the show. That's such a local old man thing to do because I've known Caroline my entire life. Also, Waddy here, a.k.a. Watkins. And I got to be honest, I've known you as Watkins my entire life. I don't know if that's your first name, last name, or middle name. So you can introduce yourself as well.
My name is Watkins Barker. It's actually my middle name.
There you go. But welcome in. We've also got River Butler joining us, the star. What's up, River?
What's up?
How you doing, buddy? I have never seen you play baseball, but talking to Mr. Willie, your grandpa, I feel like I've watched every one of your games because he's told me and showed me every single one of them. So shout out to Mr. Willie. But we're here to talk about the golf tournament coming up. So kind of give us the background on this, the idea, and why you're holding a golf tournament for our buddy Jason Butler.
Okay, so this is for, of course, in memorial of Jason Butler. We are raising funds for the boys and for the family, and just kind of have a celebration for him.
And that will be May the 2nd. So are spots still available if people want to participate?
There are. How many? There's 5 more teams.
There's 5 more team spots available for the AM only. The afternoon rounds are full.
Okay.
Yes, there's an 8:30 tee time and a 2 o'clock.
AM flight 8:30, 2 p.m. time is full. Mm-hmm. Lunch provided?
Yes.
Fantastic.
We'll be cooking 2 pigs and having sides for lunch at like 12:30.
All right. Yes. Team registration, $500. And also sponsors. Sponsorship spots still available for folks?
Yep.
Yes, we've got the home run sponsor that is $1,000. The third base is $750. Second base is $500, and for first base is $250, and the second base $501 includes a team.
And of course, awesome stuff involved in this, like a putting contest, long drive closest to the pin. How about the raffle, guys? What kind of raffle items do we have? How can people get involved in that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
We have everything from some signed jerseys and signed baseballs, basketballs, footballs. free rounds of golf to country clubs, and we're in the mix of getting a bunch of other stuff together.
Are Jason's hats available? Because he's the one guy. I'm a hat guy. I had hat envy from one person, and that was Jason.
Oh,
in fact, real quick,
Jarman hat.
I'm going to give Jason a little bit of credit for ECU wearing the 23 hats now, because he was wearing his Jackie Robinson 42 UCLA hat, and I said, man, we need one of these for East Carolina. And I put out on Twitter, I've made a purple hat with the number 23. The next season, ECU comes out in 23 hats. So I think the idea was spawned there. But JB, a big hat guy. River wearing a cool Jarman Aldo hat. River, how about your baseball season? Y'all just getting started?
Yeah, our first game's this weekend.
Awesome.
Yes. Who do y'all play? Somebody on North State, I think.
I think we play host Lions.
Yes,
All right.
that'll be a good one.
What position do you play?
I play second base and center field.
Awesome. Jason was a Pitt Community College Bulldog.
Yes, and he was a catcher. River started to, he's starting to catch.
Yep, that was his spot on the diamond. Well, that's great, man. Greenville Little League, it's a lot of fun out there. I played Winterville baseball. I was always jealous of the Greenville guys. They got the nice field and the bright lights, and but it's fun, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. All right. So what else do we need to know about this event going on, guys?
I'm trying to think. I feel like we covered it all. We've got a flyer, and we do have a Venmo account. It's very easy to get all that. If you want to send in your registration, it's very easy to do. Most of the flyer is definitely on my Facebook, and it's been shared a lot of times. And we'll have you guys share it, too.
At JB Golf-25 is the Venmo for folks that want to sign up, for folks that just want to donate, right?
They can donate any amount they want to.
Yeah.
They don't have to be a full sponsor. If they want to donate, they can donate.
Yeah, you do not have to play.
Yeah, if you can't play.
Ride around with me on the drink cart.
Caroline will be dominating that coming up. May the 2nd for the first Jason Butler Memorial Golf Tournament. Once again, that Venmo is at JB Golf-25 if you want to help out. River, who's your favorite Major League player?
I like Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, yeah. You a Braves fan?
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully they win a game this year. They're struggling right now, but I think they'll be all right, especially when Ronald comes back and the guys. River, anything else? What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
He's having a great season. This is 11-year-old year. And
it's a big one.
Tell him about your hit the other night. I want to brag on you.
I got a ground rule double.
Nice.
Bounced over, yes.
Well done.
Well
done.
Close to hitting a home run. It's going to happen.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Oh, wow. Smart kid. I was not good at math. I'm a talker, not a math guy. So.
Same.
Well, nice to talk to you, buddy. Good luck this season, and appreciate y'all coming by as well.
Yes. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
First, Jason Butler Memorial Golf Tournament. If you want to sign up, still 5 spots available for teams for the AM flight, 8:30 a.m. on May the 2nd. Once again, sponsorship spots available and donations and raffle as well. That Venmo at JB Golf-25. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, have more for you. Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back with you after these words.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 26th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117 and we'll see you Saturday, April 26th.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Overtime Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy Talls for Smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
Pirate Radio.
And you, lad?
I'm Peter.
That's not a pirate name. What about Dastardly Jim, eh?
No.
Very well. In punishment for lack of an interesting pirate name, Peter shall walk the plank.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care is the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Orthopedics Easton Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years, and they are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, Grayson. Looking at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Cincinnati up 19-16 on DePaul. If you're looking to bet this game, you may have trouble because according to Josh, it said that the games were available yesterday because I had Ezra first half Utah. I do know that. Haven't looked today, but Josh says the lines were available yesterday, but then got pulled down because the Crown failed to get their games regulated. It's going on in Vegas. So, like, if you're out there in Vegas, you can't even bet on the games. He says the only way to bet now is offshore. And he also said he saw on Twitter where DraftKings was voiding wins but not losses. I don't know. That's pretty shady. All right. Did not know that. They did not get the games regulated. They're basically pickup games out there at this point. Can ECU get to the Crown next year, Chandler?
I think that is a possibility because we got the main ingredients back in Jay Shane.
Jay Shane.
We got Travion LeBeau back, and then we also got Jordan Riley. So build around those three, and then if Jarrett was here, he'd say you're missing one more. Reed Kaysen, he's back, but build around those guys. I think we could be chasing that crown.
Chasing the crown. I saw something from Jamie earlier in the chat, and I was going to ask you, should I even read it? But now I can't find it, so we definitely won't read it. Look who's...
I'm so glad that he commented.
We got a lot of intern stuff to take care of. So Brett is in the chat. First of all, Brett owes me $25. He told me to bet on the Mets day one. I didn't do it.
Oh.
Mets opening day. Best record in baseball.
Oh, you mean opening day where their star multi-million-dollar man struck out and lost the game for
Are you a Soto hater?
No.
Okay. I am. Bro, the Mets do have the best winning percentage on opening day in MLB. So I'll give you that one, Brett, but not this time. But Chandler, you interacted with Brett earlier today, right?
This is not my first interaction with Brett today. No, it's not. The first interaction I had with him came earlier this today, and he texted me, and I'm like, what is intern Brett texting me about? And he says, I mean, how embarrassing is our football team?
Oh, no, what happened?
And I was like, what? I mean, it's just spring ball.
Spring ball? What, they have a bad practice or something?
Yeah, like not everybody's seeing their practice. I don't know what's going on. He says, you're going to let him go to our in-state rivals?
Wait.
And then I went, whoa.
Who
are you talking about?
Blake Harrell's leaving? Chandler Honeycutt's leaving?
He said, that's pathetic.
And by the way, he is screaming via text, via whisper.
Yeah.
He whisper screams.
And I couldn't even get a text in. He texted me 4 straight times before I could even respond. He said, so much for being good next year. We're going to suck. With 3 laughing emojis.
Blake Harrell's going to be writing me letters all fall.
And then it kind of hit me. I said, because I saw something earlier in the day. I said, oh, so you talking about Hauser? And he said, yeah. I said, bruh. He said, and then I just said, bro, he said, how do you not just match the offer?
Hey, you got to make him an offer. He can't refuse.
I said, what? I said, what day is the day?
Guess what day it is?
I said, come on. You fell for it. And he said, no effing way. And I said, I will be talking about this on the show today for sure. And he said, effing BS. I got duped.
Oh, man. Happens to the best of us. It has happened to me before, but Brett got duped today.
I saw it on EC Barstool, and that's where he saw it, too.
And there's probably your problem following serious news, your source being Barstool ECU.
Yeah.
I would look. Brett, I would check at least 2 more sources before I am well conditioned to April Fools at this point because things I see online, the rest of the 364 days out of the year, I don't believe. Like, if I see something, my first notion is to not believe it and then check it some other places.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of well conditioned on it at this point due to the ways of the internet. But Brett got.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't sit up here and say that I've gotten got before, but I've gotten got.
I mean, you get got.
I get got a lot.
Quite a bit. You get Adam Shefford.
Yeah, but like today, I am well aware. Like, I'm like, don't listen, don't pay attention, don't believe anything you see on the internet.
Very good. That's good. I got not too long ago. I'm pretty sure I sent you a text about some Panthers thing.
Oh, yeah, and I was like, dude, this is not it. You got to pay attention to the handle.
Yeah.
That's what gets me, because some of these fake Twitter accounts you have to pay attention to that handle.
But it wasn't even big. I got because, A, I didn't do my own policy, which was check multiple sources, but B, it was such like insignificant, like it wasn't a huge name or anything.
No.
So I was like, well, why would somebody make this up? Check this out, Chandler. Your Panthers made a move. And Chandler did what I do to him and just had that disappointed look on his face. Hey, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa. Put the computer down.
Yeah. Go, hey, put your ass to sleep.
Go touch some grass, Grandpa. What's up, Will?
When Shams broke the Luka trade, for at least the first 3 hours, I was like fully convinced that he got hacked. And I think I went to bed before we knew it was like finalized. And my grandpa texted me the next morning. He was like, Luka to LA. And I'm like, that's fake.
You
like, he
fell
got hacked.
for it, Grandpa.
I'm like, you don't believe that, right? Like, he got hacked. And then I turned on ESPN and they're like actually breaking the news, and I felt so dumb.
Hey, Grandpa, tell Nancy to up the meds. What's your grandfather's name?
Marvin.
Marvin. How you doing, Marvin?
They're watching right now, by the way.
What's up, Marv?
When this is a sad situation, but when Kobe Bryant died, I was on Instagram and TMZ was the first to post about it. And I was like, I'm not believing TMZ. And so I went to the living room and turned on the TV, and ESPN had it. So that's that. I just want to make sure with that one.
Well, isn't TMZ like, I don't want to say reputable because I can barely say the word, but aren't they reputable now? Like when it comes to breaking celebrity news? No?
I still see it as a rumor mill.
Huh.
So.
Brett, look at what Brett's doing now, trying to get himself from out under the bus. Clip. Braves are 0-5 going into the Dodgers series. First of all, they're in the Dodgers series. They lost last night. They're not going into a Dodger series with Profile suspended 80 games. Yikes. Brett, you're the dumbass today. I mean, if you want to come on tomorrow and talk about the Braves being 0-6, that's fine. But you thought Caden Hauser was transferring to App State because we couldn't match an offer. There's nothing you can do to make me look dumb or stupid today. You're the idiot today. Just take the L. Some of these interns, Jarrett had a really tough time taking an L early on. I think he's gotten a little bit better at it.
Yeah.
Because part
he
of it,
was young at the time.
he likes to argue. Will's pretty good. I think Will enjoys debating as well.
Yeah. He's already ready for Coach Ed to come on the show later this week.
But yeah, a lot of these young folks now cannot take an L. Like they have to try to dig. I think sometimes the worst thing you can do is try to dig your way out. I think you got to take it and move on.
Because then you just keep digging that hole deeper.
Yeah.
And then you're never going to get out of it.
Yeah. Take the L, move on.
You're never going to get out of it anyway. So just quit digging.
And I'm speaking as a guy who's taking a lot of L's.
I'm speaking for a guy that's tried to dig.
Right. We know what we're talking about, folks. All right. I'll tell you who's not trying to take an L. Intern Grayson. Because Shirley, fire up the March Madness music. Grayson, 3 points back of me for second place. 6 back of Hayden. Grayson, do you know who you have winning the... Who's in your Final Four? Do you need to go look?
Well, I have Auburn and Duke playing in the final game.
Okay, so that's good.
And then I think I have. Hold up.
Yeah, go take
So
it.
she has Auburn and Duke.
Yeah.
Trying to find the other.
Hayden has Florida and Duke, I want to say. Because I got Auburn and Houston.
Yeah.
And I have Florida and Houston. Wait, I have Florida and Auburn playing and Duke and Houston playing?
Oh, you got the entire Final Four.
Awesome.
She just realized that.
Yeah.
So I don't know mathematically. How many points is the Final Four round, Shirley? Do you know that off the top of your dome piece?
Okay, so to make it to the championship game, it is 5 points. And then if your choice wins, it's 6.
Grayson, I have bad news.
What?
The best you can do is lose by 1 to Hayden.
Oh my God! But what if I predict the right score? Like, what if it's dead set on the score that I put?
That is a tiebreaker, and you will be down by 1, which is not a tie. But wouldn't that be incredible if Hayden? So if Auburn beats Florida, Duke beats Houston, and then it doesn't really matter what happens in that championship game, Grayson would lose by 1 single point.
Even though I had the 2 right people, that sounds a little rigged.
Well, you
didn't have a spectacular first round.
Exactly. Those games matter.
But who guessed the right Final Four teams? Me.
Here goes another intern not taking an L.
I'll take my L. Chandler, you're just mad that you didn't make it as far as I did.
Hey, well, that's true. I did have 3 Final Four teams, and I'm proud of it.
The door is still open for me. I need Houston to beat Duke, which I just don't know if that's going to happen.
I hope not.
Will, can you come in here for a minute?
So.
I hope so. Joel. Grayson, I don't know if I would do this as an intern. I asked Shirley to check her math. But
Did they really just say that?
Yep. He said ask her to check Shirley's math.
Who said that? Joel.
I'm not going to tell
works
you.
for Joel.
Joel?
All right, yeah.
Joel?
All right, Joel's now in danger. Joel needs a secret search.
You know what really pains me?
Trying to do math.
It pains me to have to hear you yap your jaws.
Yap your jaws.
Shut up, Joel.
Will.
Wait. How many bracket pools have you won in this building?
Oh, we got Kim Mulkey here.
How many bracket pools have you been in?
How many you
That's
been
all
in?
I'm saying.
You son of a bitch. Will. How you doing?
What's up?
Will?
All right.
Or as Jarrett would say, ew.
I have done the Doctor Strange 1 million scenarios, and in not many of them is Houston beating Duke. So I need to know how on Saturday the Houston Cougars can defeat the Duke Blue Devils.
The same thing they've been doing all year. Defense and rebounding.
Did you see the way Duke bullied Alabama on the inside?
If Alabama can't score, they can't win. So, I mean, I had them losing in the second round. So I wasn't very high on Alabama. But I think the thing about Houston is that they rebound so well that they don't give teams many chances to claw back into games. Now, in the tournament thus far, they haven't done that as well. But I think, I think I said it last week, they rise or fall to the level of their competition. I don't think we've seen the best of Houston's abilities yet, and I think we're going to see that Saturday.
Man,
I've been riding with Houston too far.
Oh, me too. I mean, I'm all in with them. I'm all in with them. I've got them. I've got them winning this game. I've got them winning the championship. But Duke just looks unstoppable right now. I do agree with Joel. He says, quote, if a team can't score, they can't win, end quote. Brilliant. Now, what Will's saying there is they're not going to offer much defensively. Whereas Houston can have an off shooting night against a lot of teams and still win.
They did.
Yeah.
I don't think they shot very well against Gonzaga. They played great defense in the first half and
got a lead.
I think they got to the line a bunch that game. Either one of the two teams got to the line a bunch. I know that. But if Houston takes away Cooper, their wing defenders are so good that I think Knipple and Proctor and even my guy Isaiah Evans are going to have a hard time scoring because they don't give up threes and they don't give up rebounds. So if you shut down Cooper to the best of your abilities, you're looking at a win.
All right. By the way, Brett says he's going full-time at a big network soon. Do you know anything about that?
I have no idea. Nah, that's April Fool's. I ain't falling for it. I ain't falling for that.
I hope that's true.
They couldn't match somebody else's offer.
Match the offer.
If the Barstool page didn't announce with the transfer that he was going to App. Like if they had just said he was entering the portal, that would have been way more believable.
True.
But nobody enters the portal and commits on the same day, or at least announces it.
Well, I think that they made it unbelievable on purpose, so people would know it's an April Fool's joke. Everybody other than Brett.
They put it in the caption though. I feel like if you're going to do that, you got to make it as believable as you can and hope that people read.
I'll ask the same question to Mack McCarthy. What, in your opinion, separates Auburn and Florida? What is the separator between those teams?
The depth of Florida. I don't think it showed up well against Texas Tech. It was very much so Walter Clayton taking over. But they have unbelievable depth, especially at the 5 with Chinyelu, Condon, and Hauk, and even Micah Hanlogton.
How's Condon?
I'm actually not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll matter much, but they're going to need all the bigs they can get because Auburn's going to give the ball to Broom on the low block, and he's just going to try to get to the line. He's going to try to rack up fouls and get those bigs in a position where they can't play defense. It works well against teams without depth at the 5, but I don't think Florida's going to have that problem.
All right. What did you make of the Buzz Williams news?
I kind of saw it coming.
We hadn't mentioned it yet, by the way. Buzz Williams on his way to Maryland from Texas A&M.
Once Kevin Williford left.
Willard.
Is it not?
Larry Willard is in Farmville.
Yes, he is.
Oh, wait, he's here. Hey, Coach.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
All right. Thanks. Good. You sound excited.
Yeah, well, I am excited.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Once Kevin Willard took that Villanova job, they were going to have to take a step up. They've worked hard at building a program. I think they're going to have a lot of money next year. And Buzz Williams is just one of the better coaches in the SEC that's never going to get the top recognition because of who he's in that conference with. And I think he can reach another plateau in the Big Ten.
Another landing spot for Steve Rockefort.
Yeah, probably so. Our buddy Coach Rock heading to Maryland. I'd wear a Maryland hat. Does Maryland have the ugliest flag in the United States or the coolest?
Yeah, no, ugliest.
I just don't like the color scheme.
It's very weird, which I think that's why
I thought it's a little too much.
It's a lot. It's ketchup, it's mustard.
Yeah.
It's black, it's white.
A little relish in there, I think.
Yeah.
I want to know how they came up with the concept.
I as well.
Like,
and in fact,
there's got to be a story.
Maryland.
I missed the
flag. Why?
I missed the turtle logo for Maryland. That's the logo I know for Maryland.
Do they not have it anymore? They just have an M?
No.
What is it?
It's that damn flag.
The Maryland flag has been described as the perfect state flag. By who?
April Fools.
Bold colors, interesting patterns, and correct heraldry. By the way, this is from Maryland.gov.
Yeah.
So I think this is a bit of propaganda.
A little bias, if you will.
The design of the flag comes from the shield and the coat of arms from the Calvert family. Blah, blah, blah. George Calvert first. Lord Baltimore.
Lord Baltimore.
I am Lord Baltimore. Anthony Santander. I'm not reading all this crap. Say that again, Hayden.
Anthony Santander.
Thank you. At the time Jonathan had her say that, I was unsure of how I felt about it. Now I feel like it's one of the best decisions we've ever made on
Anthony
this show.
Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
We need Grayson to say one of our favorite sound bites that we play.
She's not a Christian.
We don't have that ready to play, though.
I know.
Grayson, this is weird, but could you say, could I ever say the Daquan Barnes line, or would that be too weird?
A little taco meat on my chest.
Could you say, I got a little taco meat on my chest?
Like, no. I'm not saying that. Somebody on YouTube is going to take that and, like, do something crazy. I'm not saying that.
You know what? I respect you for not doing that.
That would be Mean City right there.
Like, no.
Shirley, can you play it real quick? We'll say it.
That's funny.
I'm not saying that either.
Yeah. What?
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
Why aren't you saying taco meat on my chest?
I don't know.
Fun. Say it.
It's a weird quote.
And when you say chest, don't say chest. Say chest. I got a little taco meat on my chest. On my chest.
Get
It's
Logan to
two
say
little
it.
butt cheeks. Say that.
I don't. I feel like
say that one.
That's a Logan cut. He's known notoriously for saying, strikingly
It's two
shocking
little
things.
butt cheeks.
That is true.
Like,
can you say that one, Grayson?
All right, let's do something non-body related.
Okay. All right.
What else
Hold
do we
on.
have?
Hold on.
It was in the van section.
Yeah, we can try that. I don't know if that would be.
Well, do we want Will to do that one, or do we want Grayson to do that one?
Joel says the girl's got standards. Good for her.
Thank you, Joel.
I respect that.
Yeah, Joel doesn't have standards though.
Jamie says it's Taco Tuesday. Come on, say it,
Of
Will.
course.
Who said that?
That was Jamie.
Then why
It
can't
is
Jamie
Taco
come on
Tuesday.
air and say it?
Jamie, call 317-1250 real quick. And we want to record you saying, I got a little taco meat on my chest, and then we can take a break.
Or we can do.
There's a very low percentage of
No. We're not. We need something that does not, could not be construed as.
We need something
vulgar.
Not gonna
No.
Oh, no, not that one?
That's not going to be negatively taken.
No.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de gloria.
No.
None of that?
We're getting worse.
All of our sound bites.
We are getting worse, but I felt like it was.
Do we have anything sports related? All right.
Here's Jamie. We got to get him on and get him off the line because he has to meet J-Bone.
Pirate Radio. Please hold.
Okay, hold on one second.
Come on, Jamie.
All right. Let's welcome
We
on,
got Jamie on the
from Wilmington,
Yes,
North
sir.
Carolina. He'll be at the game later today. What's up, Jamie?
Hey now.
Hey now. Ba ba boo fa fa foo fa. Do you need to hear the clip one time again?
Yeah,
All right.
to make sure I'm in the right frame of mind.
All right. There you go, Shirley. Can you
Which
hit it?
one?
Taco.
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
That was Daquan Barnes. He was asked why everybody calls him Taco, and he says because of his chest hair.
Little taco meat.
They said looks like
a little taco meat on my chest.
So he said, I got a little taco meat on my chest. So, all right, Jamie, whenever you're ready.
Let me clear my throat here.
All right, DJ Cool.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Thank you. Moving forward,
I feel like we're doing an audition for like voice actors.
Jamie, we'll call you back. We'll talk to your representation.
I'll be at the game, but I'll have my phone. I'm waiting for my call back.
All right, good deal. Tell J Bone we said what's up, and be nice to Hayden.
Oh, definitely. I hope I don't give J Boone a heart attack just trying to talk to him.
Yeah, he's got some social awkwardness.
Yeah, he's very socially awkward.
What are you laughing at, Grace?
Under control.
All right. Thanks, Jamie. See you, buddy.
Later, guys.
There's Jamie. Steve said he'd call in for sound bites. Maybe hour 2 we'll knock out another one.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of replacing every sound bite we play with somebody else's voice.
Sure.
Go cojones.
Go cojones.
Go cojones. I like that one. Too. Well, no.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 2, Mack McCarthy joins us. And we'll have more time for nonsense as well as we roll on Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill. Grill, the best country cooking around.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
At Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Hey, buddy, it's me, your foot.
What? Are you okay?
Not so much. These old shoes are killing me.
But I've had these for years.
Years? I've been stuck in these things and now I'm screaming. You need custom fit shoes, my friend. And we're not talking one size fits all here. You need comfort, support, and most importantly, freedom.
Well, how do I get that?
Head over to Fleet Feet. They'll make me feel like $1 million and keep you running strong.
Fleet Feet at the Old Gordon's Golf location on Arlington Boulevard. They custom fit every shoe for your unique foot. Visit Fleet Feet and step into comfort. Your feet will thank you.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Nomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
Thank you, Grayson. Josh says I'd call in and do a soundbite, but you already have one from me. I believe that's when Josh had a few on the fifth quarter. Shirley, look up Josh in the Live at 5 folder and see if we have anything. We did a super cut of him like clearing his throat. Yeah. But Josh,
We need to have a supercut of that with Chandler. Because there's some days where you're sitting at your desk and you're doing the same thing.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
shout out to the voice, legendary Jeff
oh
Charles.
my gosh, I was just about to bring him up.
True professional. You never heard it on the mic because he had like a throat clearing exercise before he went on a show that was legendary.
Oh, Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He would come and do his sports breaks at 10 o'clock, and there were sometimes Shirley would be, later or wasn't here, and I had to record it with him. And then there was one when he would go up to Michigan and live there for the off season, and I would hear him on the phone. He go, "All right, coming down in 3, 2, 1. All right." I'm like, "You ready to go, voice?" He's like, "All right, I'm ready, Chandler."
Is this it right here?
Hey, I'm sorry. All right.
That is it.
That is the one.
6 seconds of glory.
Hey, I'm sorry. All right.
I feel like
It sounds like he's saying the vowels in the alphabet. So you got what are they again? You got A, E, I, O, U.
Sorry. All right.
Don't apologize.
And I'm sorry starts, ends with a Y, so, and Y is sometimes used as a vowel.
Sometimes Y and W, I'm told. I never understood that.
What is it?
You're either
A-E-I-O-U,
vowels or
sometimes Y?
consonants. And W, right?
No
I thought that was the
I've
rhyme.
never known a W.
A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y and W. Maybe that was just part of the rhyme that, I don't know.
No, I don't remember that part.
A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y and W. That's what they taught in Pitt County.
I don't remember that part.
Dictionary.com. Yes, the letter W can behave as a vowel.
Behave.
Like a sword.
Sword. Sean, we've got. Jamie says, and sometimes Y. Are you a guest or just chilling?
What are you doing, DB?
What are you doing? I was going to say, guess who we're looking at.
Oh.
He kind of has a Wolverine hairdo going. Is you've got.
Dropping off a check for the boss man.
Ooh.
Oh. It's payday and you're dropping off a check?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're telling me.
You're hustling in reverse, my guy.
My guy.
DB, what's up?
How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
You got a show coming up we should plug?
Friday morning, brother.
Who we got? Do you want to say or not?
I can pull up the list if you want. Every single major league or minor league former Pirate.
That is in action.
On Friday.
Wow.
Is Carter Spivey a part of that?
Sure is.
Because I saw him
Triple
striking
A.
out in AAA.
That's right.
He's looking good.
Future 2025 Rockies closer Zach Agnos, also a part of it.
2024 closer of the year.
2025, my favorite injured player, Connor Norby. Number 30. I don't even know what number Gavin wears. I was going to say number like 38 and on the field, number 1 in my heart. I don't even know what number he wears. Gavin.
Big show.
Man.
Big. Yeah, it's going to be a long one.
JC?
Might be a two-parter. JC will be on there.
Carter Cunningham, who had a bomb in spring
Trey,
training.
Tyler Brott.
Brett.
Eric Ritchie. Shankman. I need like the.
Oh, man. How's Wyatt doing?
He's doing well.
So, Seattle, where is he? Somewhere out west, I guess?
He was in Peoria, in Arizona. He will. I actually, I'm not even gonna tell you. Listen to the show and you'll find out.
Ooh, good tease, DB. All right, looking forward to it.
I will say if they went to the pros from another school, they will not be on the show. So no AMAC. Sorry, everybody.
Chandler will have him on his show.
Yeah, I'll have him on my podcast.
No Merritt Beaker. Sorry.
It's called
No Jordan Little. Sorry.
Packing the Stands. Where is that Wolfpack now? He's got DJ Burns coming on.
Scott Wood.
CJ Leslie.
CJ Leslie.
Jimmy V?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, breaking out the Ouija board.
Him and Dickie V together.
It's just yes or no question.
Are you serious?
Coach K's on. If you want to ask him a yes or no question.
Hey, Coach, do you want me to ask you some questions on my podcast?
No.
That was rude.
There you go.
He's got a podcast, doesn't he?
Who?
Coach K.
What?
I mean, he might not. I've seen a bunch of clips where like he looks like he's the guy asking the questions and he's having guests on answering. It's like a
Sounds
double
like April
box.
Fool's.
I think it's called No, please, no.
It's like a double box and he's always on top.
Do we have the whole
at the
thing?
other person, they're answering something.
Yeah, we got the whole cut. Hit the whole cut. Trey.
No, please, no. Please, everyone be quiet.
Is this when they lost to Carolina?
No.
Please, no. Malcolm Gray telling people to be quiet.
Malcolm Gray.
You should be quiet, please.
Thank you.
All right. Good to see you, DB.
See ya.
Let's bring back the segment where I get emails and people.
Have you got some?
Yeah, I got a couple.
So one of them, if people are not aware of what we're talking about, one of them had spike ball, which apparently makes everything better.
That's right. If you need to improve your life, if you think your child may be addicted to drugs,
spike ball.
Spike ball is the answer. Hello, friends. Oh, my God, is this Jim Nance?
Jim Nance is emailing you.
No, it's not. It's Help the Bear. Wonder if he's related to Justin.
It's spelled the same way.
Greg Bear. He said, I wanted to put a new kind of sports event on your radar. Well, now I'm giving it free publicity. But it's not like he was going to pay me anyway. Yeah. NC Sports Con is coming May the 3rd in Wendell. That's Wendell, right, Shirley? Not Wendell? Wendell, North Carolina? Yeah.
Near Raleigh.
Presented by Wake Med. That's where Chandler goes to, if he slices his finger. He doesn't go to Pitt Memorial, which is not called that anymore. What is that called? Is it
ECU Health?
Yeah, it's been. Can we just stick with names? Why do you have to name stuff different things?
I know.
I hate that. This will bring together fans, collectors, athletes, and teams for a high-energy celebration of local sports culture.
Mack ain't going there.
And I like this. Instead of like just listening to things, he says, think, : So, like, put this in your mind.
Wow.
I'm going to start.
That's powerful.
I know. I'm going to start doing that when we set up the show.
You're talking right now, but I'm thinking. I'm sitting here thinking, like, what's next?
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live. Think. Mack McCarthy. Bryce Williams. Mully. Josh saying,
Jamie calling in and saying, I got a little taco meat on my chest.
Danny Beal coming in. Think about all that. Boy, he's still going. All right. Think. Meet and greets with UNC and NC State athletes. All right. You might have lost me there. Past and present. Chandler, you can see some of your favorites. Interactive sports zones for fans of all ages. The local team showcases. A packed vendor marketplace. Sports card collector's corner.
All right. Now it's got your attention. Think.
And food truck.
Think.
I'm back in. It's the kind of community-forward, family-friendly event that speaks to the heart of NC's love for sports. Never been done before. Would you be interested in chatting with the organizers or stopping by to cover? Happy to coordinate interviews. I got to be honest with you.
Honest.
I like this idea. If it said past athletes and present from UNC, NC State, and ECU, I would definitely have this person on the show because I like this idea of a sports convention with North Carolina centric. In fact, I might email back and say, have you talked to anybody? Is anybody?
That's not what you do. You say think.
Think. Darius Morrow. Brock Young, who's from Raleigh.
Broughton High School.
Sam Hennett. Dustin Lineback.
Jonathan Ellerby, who's from Raleigh.
Brian Kavanaugh.
Ryan Wood.
Kurt Kraft. So, but you like the idea? Do you like the idea? I think it's a cool idea. Yeah,
absolutely.
But it's got to have an ECU tie-in, you know?
For sure.
So maybe I'll contact him back.
Coach Mack McCarthy. Think.
Hold on. Well, he never really ended the email, which I'm okay with that too. His last, happy to coordinate interviews or provide visuals and press materials. And then it's just like a release. And it never says like, God bless or
see you later.
Yeah. Best. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Best.
In regards.
All right. I think I got one more. High clip. Finally, left-handed athletes are getting the respect they deserve, at least when it comes to sports hydration. Pickle Juice, the world's leading electrolyte-packed sports drink, is launching its boldest initiative yet, Pickle Juice Lefty. The first ever beverage bottle ergonomically designed exclusively for lefties. This has got to be April Fool's joke.
Is this like a torpedo bottle?
What in the world? Well, I got this email.
Is it just for lefties?
Oh, I did get it this morning. This sounds like a farce. What makes it different? It's designed to fit perfectly into a lefty's grip. The bottle prevents spills and ensures that righties will look foolish even if they try to use it. Okay, is this April Fool's joke? This release is an April Fool's release. I got.
You got duped.
I got duped.
You got duped, as intern Brett would say.
Hey, Brett, I just got duped.
Well, didn't you catch on earlier that it was...
When I started reading, to be honest with you, I did not read the full thing through before I said I can include this on the show today. So, yeah.
So even these emails are in on the jokes for today.
Who sent me that? Why did it take time out of the day to send me that?
And it's so long, too. Like, the email is like 20 paragraphs. It's like a book.
Blaze PR, having a little fun at my expense.
Blaze.
Making me look
Calm
like a
down.
fool. Making me like a pure tea fool. Did you see, Sean, that Coastal Carolina is going to have free concessions?
I did see
at
this.
Football games?
I did see this, and I thought it was very interesting because the first question, and maybe there's an easy answer to this. My first question is how can they possibly do this?
Yeah. How can
and not make any money?
They afford to do this? They will partner with Aramark to allow fans to eat free at football games.
Now, you can't go up there and get 20 items. You can go up there and get 4 items, which is nachos, candy, drink, and something else. But it's 4 items per visit, but you can go up there as many times as you want to.
There's no limit to the in-game visits. Wait, you can get 4 items per visit?
Yes. So
I can eat 16 hot dogs. Just go once a quarter. Eat 16 hot dogs for free?
For free.
I don't know about this idea. I mean, it sounds great.
What is the and this is to get people in the stands?
Where's the catch? I know one thing it's designed to do, make people download this soon-to-be-launched Coastal Carolina Athletics app. So that's one thing. You got to have the app to do it. So they're going to make people download this app.
Well, they better be ready to have a lot of items on hand.
Specialty items, outside vendors, alcoholic beverages will be for purchase. But this is for ticket purchasing patrons visiting the concession stands to be able to acquire 4 items from a selection of hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, and fountain drinks. Free drinks? Free Diet Mountain Dew for an entire football game? Yeah, good luck.
And this is important to East Carolina fans, especially if you're going to make the trip to Myrtle Beach or Conway coming up the 3rd week of the football season.
Now, do you have to get your ticket through Coastal Carolina? I mean, I can't imagine if you get one on a StubHub or whatever the ticket places are called now. Will you be able to use the app and take advantage? I don't know. Still some questions with this. But, yeah, I think instead of doing this at East Carolina, how about we just lower the prices on a few things?
Why can't we do it like the Masters? You pay a good amount of money for the ticket to get in. Why not reward the people with, $2 hot dogs or, $3 drinks?
And look,
$4 beers.
They all got to make money. I don't want to take a pay cut.
Like, I can't tell you where I went in the last several months.
Please don't.
I'm not. But a beer cost me $10.95.
Wait, why can't you tell me?
I don't want to.
Where did you go in the last few months? All right. Okay. So you went to this place that we won't say in the last few months, and you got a beer for how much?
$10.95.
Oh my goodness gracious!
And you're telling me, wait,
what'd you go to the Super Bowl?
Wait, no, something that I didn't see in there is alcohol free at Coastal Carolina.
Well, Chandler, if you listen to me about 2.3 minutes ago, I said that alcohol food truck
Who uses
items.
decimals when saying minutes. That's weird.
I do.
Hey.
Hey.
No, I think that places.
You thought, hold on, did you think you could actually get free beer for an entire game?
That would be cool.
The amount of drunks and fights and
Superstitious beers. Superstitious beers.
people rolling down the aisles.
They would limit it to one beer per person.
Yeah, you get one free beer. Chug that and then buy you another one. But
interesting.
I like the idea of doing something different and raising, interest in ticket sales. And of course, the app. I think a lot of it is about downloading this app. I don't know how.
Does the app cost anything?
Probably not, but like, how do you. Are there ads on the app where if you get a bunch of downloads, your ad revenue goes up on an app? Is that how it works? Like, there's a catch somewhere. They're making money somewhere.
They got to.
So maybe they're making money from this app and ads sold on the app. I'm trying to put my brain my into like a Chandler Honeycutt.
Where is the revenue coming from?
In a salesman's mentality, like yourself.
Yeah. Are they getting sponsorships, ads, as you said, or do they think that they can get ticket sales so high up that they think that would cover what they would make in concessions?
These are questions. We don't have the answers. We do have a really long Mack McCarthy interview to get to, and we are going to be.
It was a question.
Thank you. We are screwed on time. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Mack McCarthy, that interview on the way after this.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits?
That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
This is Wyatt Lunsford Shankman. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now back into PRL. Here's a clip.
All right, we got Grayson, we got Will, we got Shirley Rose, the Chan Man heading out to the practice fields. As spring ball continues for the Pirates, we are in week 2 and a lot of work to be done this offseason, so they are getting that done on the field. We'll have comments from the coordinators, John David Baker and Josh Aldridge, coming up in just a little bit on our X, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Earlier today, caught up with Mack McCarthy to talk all things basketball. Men's side, Shirley joined us to talk some women's hoops and a little bit of NASCAR as well. Here's my chat with Coach Mack.
Mack McCarthy joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Coach Mack, how you doing, sir?
I am good. Good to have you back.
On the time of this recording, breaking news, just saw a tweet from John Rothstein. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Coach Mack McCarthy. We'll talk some hoops. We'll talk some NASCAR. Maybe I can teach y'all a thing or two about the sport of auto racing this week on Pirate Radio Live. Mack, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Very busy. Tournament time and prepping for a whole bunch of teams. And I've got, I think, 10 Zooms today and tomorrow. Just got off one with the Towson coach, Pat Scarry, who won the regular season in the CAA. But between coaches Zooms and SID Zooms, I'm going to be kind of tied up here doing what I'm doing with you all week.
I believe CAA tournament gets underway Friday. Is that right?
Friday with a couple play-in games, and then I'll have 2 games Saturday night and 2 games Sunday night.
Awesome. It is fun. The tournaments are back. Been watching some of those already as we get into March, and March Madness is going to be a lot of fun. And we'll start with basketball as following what's going on. I mean, I feel like I bring up Duke with you every week, but are we talking enough about how they are just blowing everybody out? I mean, are they on a path to a championship for John Shire here? Who trips up the Dukies? It can't be just because they're in a weak ACC this year.
Yeah, we're not talking much about them. We're talking about Cooper Flag, and but mostly what everybody tends to drop to the common denominator and say the league is bad or that kind of thing. They haven't played anybody or whatever. But yeah, they're outstanding. They are certainly one of the handful of teams that can win it all. There are a bunch of teams that can make the Final Four, but
Mack,
I don't know
said,
how many can actually win
Buzz,
it.
And,
I would think they are in that number that
you would
quite
think
well. I
you
had
could
a Buzz
bet on a
like
little
4
bit
years.
to make that championship.
I can relate.
Kind
of the question we've been
while we're
asking
on
a
the
lot,
topic,
Coach Mack, as we get down here to the
is Kevin Willard
final
like
regular
a
season
heel,
games
a villain
for a lot
right
of these
now?
teams.
How about his
Who is the
departure
third best
from
team
Maryland?
right now?
You know,
in your
I
opinion?
don't
It's
get
been
it.
Duke and
You know,
Auburn pretty much
the
all
only
year.
thing he did was
Who's that number
was
3
speak
right
the
now?
truth.
in your opinion?
I don't know. Kevin Willard, he might be the best guy in the world. He might be the worst guy in the world. I have no idea. But he said things. He lost his AD, the guy that hired him. He wasn't getting what he wanted at Maryland. He started talking about it openly and honestly during the tournament. But obviously, Will Wade did some of the same things really well, and they have the best he didn't win catch in near as college much grief. basketball And this certainly year when other they won coaches have at pursued other Auburn, jobs while they were employed at other comfortably, schools. and so I guess you would give them the nod. The flack that Kevin again, Willard tournament has, time, but matchups, I don't really somebody get that. being sick, And, somebody spraining an explaining ankle, going from a Big it's Ten what makes school March to Madness so Villanova, crazy, and the conference tournaments are certainly a part of that March Madness. But every coach I talk to, or every SID, or every player that I talk to, they all have in the back of their mind they could be that one that as quickly as possible has that breakout moment and use makes a round deep numbers. run in You their get conference
$20
million
tournament
if you're a football school. If you're a non-football school,
Mack,
it's
have
like
you
6.5 or
looked
7
around
million.
enough to see
But
is there a
you're spending that
team
whole
in
6.5. You
conference only
can
sending one team
spend
this
that
year
whole
that
6.5
you
or
kinda
7
hope gets in
million
because
on
they
basketball.
can win a game
Nobody
or two
that has
in the
football is going to
NCAA
spend
tournament.
6.5 or 7 million on basketball. Now there's still NIL above and beyond the revenue sharing, but right now
you hope can
the
win their
teams
tournament
that play
because they
only
deserve to be in the
basketball that
NCAA
get the
tournament.
full share, and there are are at an several, advantage and a over couple the of them teams have, that do you know, have football. I have close from a ties to, basketball and so I pay a perspective. little bit more attention. That's but, one reason why Chattanooga you would is one of the leave regular season in the Southern a Big Conference, Ten or and, SEC school they to have go some to a guards Big that have played East 6 school, or 7 obviously. years, I think, and have been
As I'm
around for a long
enjoying
time
these
and transferred
basketball
back and
games,
forth to different
and
places.
what I love about sports,
Chance
Mack
to
McCarthy. So pretty sobering number there, but this is the reality of things, Mac.
Yeah, you get shares for games played. You get shares for advancing. You get more shares, obviously, when you advance further in the tournament. And the Final Four is a wash. There is no more to gain by going to the championship game. You're already there. You get your shares. So, and the other thing about that number that you're seeing, that's what it is over 6 years. But that's what they're earning this year. But it is spread and distributed over 6 years. But yeah, the SEC is getting 70, and the American and many other leagues that only had one team in and only played one game are getting 1 million. And the discrepancy continues to grow, unfortunately.
Mac was going to talk Final Four with you, but Kim Mulkey brings up a good question. How many Final Fours you been to?
I've been to a lot, not under the auspices of being a coach, but I've attended a lot of Final Fours.
There you go. All right, we can talk about it then, because I've never been to one, so I can't speak to it. We'll talk women's basketball in a moment with Shirley Rhodes. Man, it's kind of funny, Mac. Like I asked you how many times, like, all right, Mac, I'm gonna give you Duke and Auburn, or the field, and here we are with Duke on one side, Auburn on the other. All year long, it was them kind of 1-2 with Houston hovering, and then you've got the hottest team to end the season with the way they blew through the SEC tournament in Florida. So, we didn't have Cinderella or a lot of upsets or a lot of madness, but we're going to get some high-level basketball coming up on Saturday. As a Houston backer, I just worry about the machine that is Duke right now. Do you think the Cougars can keep it within double digits? Can they make it a close game? Can they win the game? What do you think about that matchup?
Well, I have a vested interest in it too, since I did pick Houston. But I think defense is one of the things that can, tighten a game that otherwise, talent-wise, would not be tight, because Duke has multiple NBA players. Houston might have some marginal NBA players. But yeah, I think they can. I think they will. The tournament has been extremely physical, and if that continues, that bodes well for Houston. One of the last teams we saw get really physical with Duke was Clemson at Clemson, and Clemson won that basketball game. And certainly Houston is better defensively than even Clemson is. So I think they can. I don't know that I'd bet that they will. If you told me any of these four teams won the Final Four, won the championship, I wouldn't shake my head. Nothing would shock me. But I think Houston can make it a game. And you get down to the end, one possession game, hey, coin flip.
One thing that opened my eyes the other night, Mac, was Duke being the bully, the aggressor, the inside force against Alabama, and that's kind of what I was hanging my hat on with Houston. That they are the bully. We'll see how Duke does. Alabama doesn't offer much inside; they stand around the perimeter mostly. But that did impress me with Duke just dominating in the paint the other night with so many lobs. We'll see how Houston's defense combats that. What is the decider for Auburn, Florida, Mac? What's the difference between those two teams?
Maybe just health. If the big guy is 100%, you gotta think Auburn has a better chance. But I think, all things being equal, I think Florida has a slight advantage just because of the depth, especially inside depth. They can just keep bringing big bodies in there. They can all do a little something different. Some of them back to the basket. A lot of them face up, stretch four kind of guys. They're all shot blockers, rim protectors. I think Florida has a slight advantage. I think there was a reason they went into Auburn and won.
Shame on Texas Tech. They shouldn't have been there. My goodness, what a meltdown. All right, so Max, Saturday night.
Whoa. They didn't have a meltdown. I'm just giving the other team some credit for a great comeback.
I'll do that. That's fine. But you're up double digits with, 3 minutes left? You got to close out that ball game. But then again, how many Final Fours have I been to? So we're watching the Final Four tiebreakers Saturday. Myself, Ronnie Woodward, and former D1 athlete Howard Hurt, just a tremendous ball player. And Ronnie has action on USC women's basketball against Kansas State. So I jump in with them. And, Mac, we got ECU baseball up here. We got Texas Tech and Florida on the big screen. And then in a far corner TV, USC's playing. And Ronnie and I we're like standing up cheering for that more than anything. But USC loses to UConn last night. But so I have been watching some games, following it a little bit. But we'll bring in Shirley Rhodes to talk about what's going on the women's side of things. Hello, Shirley.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Hey.
Hi, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Shirley. Shirley and I correspond all the time. We're keeping up with some things happening off the courts, aren't we, Shirley?
Yes, we are. But I did wanted to come in because I meant to do it last week, but I couldn't get here in time. But I wanted to talk to you about the NCAA tournament as far as the women's side. Of course,
sure.
Sometimes I feel like in the women's tournament, the number one seeds are just very predictable. You can pretty much go chalk the entire tournament bracket and be pretty much right. There's very few surprises as opposed to maybe the men's side. But you've got your Final Four set. You've got Texas, South Carolina, UCLA, and UConn. Out of those four, which one of these teams surprises you the most that they got to where they are right now?
Oh, gosh. Connecticut's not a big surprise because they're UConn and they have Paige Beckers and no one else does. Texas might be the surprise a little bit, even though they had a great year and they're very talented. UCLA, I don't think is a surprise. They've been right at the top, one or two all year. South Carolina, no surprise either. So I'd say Texas of those four.
Okay, because I would venture to say the same thing because I filled out my women's bracket just so I could follow it. I had Tennessee beating Texas because of the way Tennessee plays basketball. They almost run it like a hockey line change. They make multiple substitutions because they run up and down the court so quickly. And I didn't think Texas could keep up. But then I watched them play TCU last night. And as much as TCU gave them, issues, and even with less than a few minutes to go in the game, there was only a 10-point difference between the two teams. And then Texas just hit another gear and just ran TCU out of the building. But from my standpoint, it feels like the biggest surprise of the entire tournament, for me anyway, was watching Notre Dame get bounced.
Yeah, that was kind of inexplicable. They were deep. They were talented. The lack of an absolute true center probably hurt them in some, key matchups. But Hidalgo and Miles didn't have that magic that they had earlier in the year. But there were times this season, like you, Shirley, that I thought they were going to win it all. And then of course they faded at the end, and the committee looks a little smarter for making them a 3 seed because all year they were a 1, maybe a 2 a couple times, but for the most part they were a top seed. There were some times where they were the top seed in the tournament, but yeah, the committee looks pretty smart now, don't they?
They do, and I do want to ask one more question before Clip jumps in on me. I want you to put your coaching hat on for just a second. It's probably been a while since you put that coaching hat on, but looking ahead to the matchup between UConn and UCLA, one of the biggest stories out of both of these camps, not so much aside from Paige Beckers, of course, but has been the post play between their two bigs. And for UCLA, it's Lauren Betts. She has been their player, their star player all year long. And then you look at UConn, and there's this freshman who, by the way, is from Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina, Sarah Strong, who has been playing lights out. What do you see as a coach are the advantages for UCLA and Lauren Betts and the advantages of UConn and Sarah Strong when those two have to match up against each other in the Final Four?
Well, it's going to be a neat matchup. Strong can step out and shoot the three and try to move Betts away from the basket. That's the most obvious thing. Betts is playing at such a high level. You kind of get the feeling that the winner of this game is going to be the winner of everything, right? But again, we've seen it before. We've seen it on the men's side. We've seen it on the women's side. When you have a player that just kind of takes over and plays her best basketball, maybe of her career, Paige Beckers is such a difference maker that it's nice to theorize about the centers and their battle, but goodness gracious, she kind of trumps both of them, doesn't she?
Oh, yes, she does, considering the fact that she's done something. Considering if you look back at the UConn history of some of the ball players that they've had coming out of school: Rebecca Lobo, Nafisa Collier, Maya Moore, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. The list goes on and on and on. And Paige did something the other night that none of them have ever done, which is drop 40 points in a postseason game. Yeah. And it is just insane. And she had 31 last night. So, there is something to be said with the Paige Beckers. I guess you could say the difference between the two. And I agree with you, Coach. I think whoever wins this UCLA UConn game is going to win it all, because South Carolina has proven that they are beatable. UConn beat them earlier this year. Texas, I don't think UConn's played Texas this year, so I can't say the same for either team. But as someone who has been following UConn a lot more closely this year than I've had in the past, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, Shirley, I was going to ask you to play your favorite game, guess the line, but
I hate this game.
More so,
Coach, I hope you're better at this game than I am.
More so, guess the favorite right now. If you were to bet on a women's champion, who do you think the favorite is out of the four?
Out of the four, okay,
who's the favorite?
Because I was going to say my heart says UConn.
All right, Mack, who's the favorite?
My brain says UConn.
Your brain and your heart are correct.
Yes.
UConn, the 2 seed, right? Minus 150.
They're the 2 seed. Yeah.
Is last night's game, how different is the game if Juju's playing?
Huge.
Yeah.
Not having Juju is because their offense runs through Juju. Everything. The ball has to start with her, and sometimes it has to end with her. I was lucky enough to watch UConn and USC play at the XL Center in December, right before Christmas. And Juju on the floor. And first of all, shout out to the UConn couple that sat next to me at that game. They were, you want to talk about Johnny stats? This couple were like husband-wife stat machines. And it was incredible because they were feeding me stats the whole game. And they told me with Juju on the floor, they in I think it was like leading up to that game, they shot 63% from three-point land. 63%. And that was a pretty impressive stat for three-point shots. And in that game, they went into halftime, USC did, with an 18-point advantage. And UConn had to battle all the way back, and it came down to the last shot. But that's the difference between a team that has Juju on the floor and a team that doesn't. Juju is such a prolific scorer that last night's game would have been a much, much different, I feel, a much different game. And I think it would have been a lot closer than it was.
Mack, by the time we talk next Tuesday, the champions will be Houston and Connecticut. Is that right?
That would be the most likely scenario from my point of view, yeah.
All right. Well, I'd be happy with that. Shirley would be happy with that.
Hayden wouldn't be happy with that.
Well, too bad. Hayden is leading the standings.
I can't tell you how thrilled she is that she is at the top with Coach Mack. Let me tell you.
Well, she is not at the top with Coach Mack because Clip Brock is in second place.
In between two interns that don't typically watch basketball.
Yeah, followed by intern Grayson. So Coach Mack now tied for fourth. Coach, you're a little better in NASCAR. You're third in a three-man pool.
I was at the race in person though. At least I was covering Martinsville for the Pirate Radio Live.
How many races you been to?
More than Clip.
That is true.
How many Daytona 500s have you attended?
All right, Kim.
So this is a great stretch, Mac. What is it? Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol, I believe. So we're in the meat of that sandwich now. How about Darlington? Who you looking at to be in the winner's circle?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hamlin go back to back. Anytime tires are a factor, you have to put Denny Hamlin in the contender category. And he dominated at Martinsville, and he is awfully good at Darlington. And the other guy that's underrated taking care of his tires is Larson too, and he could be in the mix.
All right, Mac, let's wrap it up. What you watching? Give me a good show to watch tonight.
Oh my goodness. If you have time, I mean, I don't know if you can watch it in one night. You might be able to, depending on your schedule. I'll tell you one that I have laughed at and enjoyed like crazy is called The Residents.
What is that on? The Residents.
I think it's on. Yeah, I'm not positive.
Have you seen the one? Do you got Peacock?
I think we have everything, but I don't know.
There's one on Peacock that tries to be like Mayor of Easttown that was on HBO.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah.
This one's very, very similar to that, and I can't remember the name of it. But go to Peacock.
Okay.
And there is a show. It's even got a female lead detective. It's very similar. My wife is from South Jersey, and this is based in Philly, so she got a kick of all the accents. She could tell who was a real Philadelphian and who was brought in as an actor. But if you need something serious after you're laughing, you can check that out. Oh, is The Residents? No, that's not the one with Ted Danson, is it?
No.
That's different. Okay, never mind. No. All right. Shirley, any final thoughts for Mac McCarthy?
No. I'll make sure that at some point this weekend I'll have a cheese biscuit in his honor. But other than that, I can't really think of anything.
I have 2 a week. I try to limit myself to 2 a week, frozen from the little rocket.
Oh, so wait, are you having it shipped to your house or is someone bringing it to you?
No, we go pick them up. I don't trust that to anybody.
Stop it. You drive all the way down just to get a biscuit?
Jean has been there. She's gone every 2 weeks and gotten the biscuits. Yes.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Because I was even saying the other day, I was like, you know what? Probably in a month or two, I'm going to be traveling up to Richmond to go see some friends. I was like, maybe I should, get a little cooler.
Special delivery.
And go pick up some frozen cheese biscuits for Coach Mack and bring them up. I didn't know your wife was making the trip twice a month.
I will pay you handsomely.
That's
Mac,
fair.
That show is called Long Bright River, by the way.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Thank you. Mac, enjoyed it, man. We'll check in with you next week.
Can't wait. See you guys.
See you, Coach.
Mac McCarthy joining us on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Bryce Williams joins us hour 3. Pirate Radio Outdoors. The return of the Fleet Feet Rundown, as well as some On This Day, brought to you by Ron Ayers Motorsports. Got all that and more coming up. Hour 3. We'll wrap up hour 2 after this.
Did you know that 1 in every 36 children born in North Carolina is diagnosed with autism? The Autism Society of North Carolina offers assistance and support programs that improve lives for autistic children and adults. And you can help the Autism Society of North Carolina through the Eastern Run Walk for Autism on Saturday, March 29th at Town Common in Greenville. Run, walk, form a team, or donate. Make a difference in someone's life. Visit
Make your own vibe. Don't let others make the vibe for you. You got to get with the scene, man.
So there you go. I'm out. Those pranksters.
They got you.
Holden and Caden.
Hey! We're live.
Whoa!
With the scene.
All right.
Scare us like I thought it would.
I know. I was hoping for a little more of a startle. Joel wants a David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. Well, this would be fun. What's the date of the opener? ECU versus NC State football 2025. That will be played on what game will it be? The 28th of August. So, Bryce, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to do the best math you can to tell me how many days that kickoff
The
is away.
28th of August. How many days? Oh, my. How many seconds?
10.
So it's April 1, all right? When do I go?
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, well, that's easy.
But you've only got 3 seconds.
150 days.
According to Chan Man, it was 150 yesterday, 149 days. That was some good quick math there, buddy.
Yeah, she was. So what I did was I went April. It's the first April. So April, May, June, July, August.
And went 30.
And then times 30.
Yeah.
Dirty 30.
149 days away from kickoff on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. And the guys are out there working right now. Chan Man's out there, actually, getting some video, pictures, and some quotes from the offensive coordinator, John David Baker, and defensive coordinator, Josh Aldridge, here in his first year with East Carolina. And, Bryce, you been out there yet?
Not yet. I need to, I think, the days just go by. Is this it was last week was the first week?
Yeah. In fact, 1 week ago today.
1 week ago today. So I've not yet, but I definitely need to. I need to. Is it every day? What's their schedule?
Good question, and I can pull that up for you. The practice schedule this week was Tuesday practice. Wednesday, they have a closed practice. So, I mean, you're available to go out whenever, right? Because you're VIP.
I reckon.
You got the invite. Thursday, there will be no post-practice interviews. And then Friday, we'll hear from Blake Harrell and 2 players. So that is the weekly schedule.
What time did it start on Wednesday, typically?
They don't give us a start time. They just say camera access begins at 4:45. So if you work back, what does that mean? 3 o'clock? How long is the typical practice, would you say?
Was it 2 hours?
2 hours.
A little over 2 hours.
So probably around 3.
Start around 3?
I would imagine.
Okay.
But we'll get some audio. Should be getting it close to right now with Coach Baker and Coach Aldridge. That'll be up on our social media sites. So be aware of that. Talked to Caden Norman yesterday. He said he typically liked this time of year with spring football. Said it was good for the younger players. And talked to Justin Hardy about it as well. He said it was important time for the younger guys as well. And also getting the chemistry with your QB. Now, the problem is Caden Hauser out.
Yeah, transferred.
Not only is he leaving for App State, that's an April Fool's joke, but is out with the wrist injury.
Oh.
Nothing like he's coming off the injury, so nothing too serious, but Jay Garcia and Raheem Jeter getting snaps.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, is he going to participate any in spring? Do we know that?
I don't know fully the answer to that. That'll be a good question. That may have already been answered, but I think it's look. I'm just surprised our quarterback room is the same now as it was last year.
I was wondering about that.
And will that be the case after spring ball? Because there's another portal window where guys will see where they are kind of on the depth chart, how many reps they're getting, and say, I might look for another opportunity.
Which I feel like it'd be hard to do that. Well, I mean, I guess if you come in the summer, obviously you can learn the offense. So maybe it won't be too difficult to transfer after spring ball.
It's probably hard to transfer at that point and start somewhere else.
Right.
But maybe for a backup, but why would you go somewhere else to be a backup? But everybody's got their own reasons.
Yeah.
Spring transfer portal window opens in
16 days.
There you
and
go.
it runs through the end of April, so there will probably be some movement, whether it's in or out.
Famously late added spring edition for ECU was Isaiah Winstead a few years ago, who really, had a tremendous year and is playing professional football. In fact, was playing on Saturday as the Arlington Renegades. The UFL is back, Bryce. Holt Naylor's got a few snaps.
Oh, nice.
Handed the ball off a couple times. So that's going on right now. Not to give you any bad memories of the AAF, which you did not enjoy.
No.
And which was only around for like 6 weeks or
Yeah,
something.
not long.
Yeah.
Not long at all.
This one's got a little more money backing, and hopefully. I saw an altercation with Skip Holtz. I don't think I can air it because there was like some cussing and stuff. But Skip Holtz had an awkward handshake with the DC Defenders coach.
Oh.
And I couldn't quite make out what was being said.
It was the defensive coordinator for DC, and something about...
That's not a real quote. Sorry. I was looking at some cracker ball. All right, go ahead.
Something about Skip Holtz telling him he was going to be, I think he said janitor?
Well, no, called him a doorman.
A doorman, that's what it was.
Who called who? Which one was?
They're saying, I don't think Skip Holtz would have. I need full context out of this. Defenders, head coach Shannon Harris aggressively dapped up Skip Holtz and yelled about Holtz having called him a doorman. Now, what did they call him, a doorman, or did he say they were a doormat of the league? You told me I was from doorman to head coach. No. Skip said, no. So who knows what was said? But every coach and player is looking for any kind of edge they can get. So maybe Skip said something he didn't like, and he was pumped up about it after the game.
The transcription
Who
I'm getting.
won that game?
The DC Defenders beat Birmingham. For context, Birmingham has won 3 championships in a row, so they're the top dog.
Holtz told him, good game, and and Harris responded by saying, "You thought I was a doorman at headquarters." That's the transcription I'm getting.
I was a doorman at headquarters. Yeah, I don't know.
I think Harris used to work for Skip Holtz, and that's like when Skip Holtz met Shannon Harris, he thought he was the doorman at headquarters. I don't.
Okay. Well, is this making me more interested in this football league? No. But I don't know. If coaches are fighting after every game, I might be into it. Shannon Harris. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I can't really get into spring. Maybe after basketball, but probably not. Speaking of basketball, give me some March Madness music. Let's get an update on the standings. So, Bryce, it's really down to 2, I think, at this point. And that would be intern Hayden and Clip Brock.
Dang, right. So it's cool. It's like you're top 2, I'm bottom 2. So, like, it just looks,
I want to give a ton of respect to intern Grayson.
Where's she at?
Hanging out with me at the top.
I guess the final 4 teams, but I don't have enough points.
So, the most she can catch up with Hayden, if my math is right, the best she can do is lose by 1 point. Because Hayden has Duke and Auburn, and Grayson has Duke and Florida.
No, I have Duke and Auburn. She has Duke and Florida.
I got it backwards.
So what do I need to do to not finish that low? At least I can finish.
Well, you said you got Auburn, right?
Yeah.
So do you have them winning their next game?
Yeah, I got them winning it all.
Oh, you can rack up some points here.
Is there a chance to get like top 10, you think? Or
I think Shirley said you get 5 and then 6. 5 for the Final Four, 6 for the championship. So you can still get 11 points, Bryce, which is going to keep you.
Dang,
you might can be 12th of the best.
I was real hopeful this year. I said, I'm not going to go underdog. I went middle of the road.
What did you do? Because the underdogs didn't win, so I'm confused.
I went, I feel like, fairly reasonable. I had Wisconsin going, I think I had Wisconsin going a little too far because
they got beat by BYU.
So they got beat in the case. What? And then I had, where was I here? I tell you what, a crock of crap.
Crock of crap, he said.
Man, I was hopeful. I probably, where I messed up. I think I rode Memphis too hard.
Yeah, they lost first round.
Yeah, to the daggum.
To the Rams.
12 seed.
Yep.
What?
Their second leading score was out, and Colorado State's leading score was.
See,
on
I need that
level.
information for my bracket, man.
That's
why next year, because now I know how serious you take this. You had it ready to go when you walked in. I'm gonna give you Will's number. You call him, ask any and all questions you have about every game.
I'm honestly gonna do it. I tell you what.
So we'll carve out about 2 hours.
Because I'm like low key, like competitive about it. Like just since I'm in it, I want to do
right.
good.
If you're gonna be in it, you might as well.
Now
win
I'm just a laughing stock of the daggum station.
Who you need to call is Hayden.
Yeah, apparently.
Because I am currently tied with Alex Harper and Zach Kaplan, which I think is a very niche group.
Does anybody have Hayden's number?
I do.
You do? Could you call her on that phone and see if she'll answer? Mm-hmm. All right. And if so, put her on hold. And then, and we can talk to her.
I tell you what.
Hayden and Jarrett are in Wilmington, Bryce, getting ready for Pirates and UNCW.
Oh, dang. They got a pretty day down in Wilmington.
Yeah. Beautiful day for baseball. We'll see if Hayden answers. So, Bryce, I'm not even going to say how many games, how many minutes of March Madness action would you say you've watched?
Let's see. It was probably Sunday when Michigan State and Byrne were playing.
You've been feeling the burn.
I've been feeling the burn. So let's see. I guess I probably watched it. I guess probably, what is that, 6 minutes of it? At least maybe.
That's the only game you've seen?
Not quite a quarter. But I literally don't cut my TV on ever.
Not a TV guy.
And it's.
You kind of check scores or headlines or no?
When I'm here.
Okay.
I bet I've maybe watched a quarter's worth. Maybe. Okay.
Not
it's just 'cause it goes by so quick and the schedule with Davis, and it's just like.
Bryce is an outdoorsman, and unless they're showing that game out on a boat or a deer stand or in the woods, he ain't gonna see
maybe
it.
if they played him on those aircraft carriers, it'd catch my attention. On a boat, on the water.
Let's get a break in. We'll come back more with Bryce Williams. We got a lot to do outdoors, rundown by Fleet Feet, and more. We'll have all that when we return, and see if we can hook up with Hayden down in Wilmington when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Ahoy Greenville! Prepare to set sail for the 18th annual Pirate Fest on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Greenville Town Common. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. with the Parade of Pirates. Then beginning at 1 p.m., it's great beach music from the Embers. At 3 p.m., Cooper Greer takes the stage. And at 5 p.m., it's Captain Mike and Shipwrecked with a Jimmy Buffett tribute. Visit our unique food trucks, eclectic vendors, and immerse yourself in pirate festivities. For more details, visit piratefestnc.com.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza. Epic. Hey! We're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is back at only $13.99. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, an MVP move for game day or any day. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Rhonda with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. We are super excited about the Pirate baseball team. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women, and we have a lot of new purple and gold in the store right now from popular brands like Johnny O, Peter Millar, Duckhead, and Gentile. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. We look forward to serving you, our Pirate friends and customers, at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's new and now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock. Or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand-name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up, me Aussies, yo-ho.
I'm a pirate after all. Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnewblue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
We'll have our New Blue Pirate Report tomorrow on the show, and we'll have those audio cuts and video out for you on our social media sites with John David Baker, Josh Aldrich, coming up later on today. Shirley had a Ron Ayers Motorsports on this day. Ron Ayers is celebrating 50 years in 2025. That's awesome. 50 years of Ron Ayers Motorsports. They have got you covered with their 30,000 square foot showroom featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler, and still Ron Ayers Motorsports, 50 years of quality and adventure. And we'll see if we can get the year. I know the subject matter. Shirley.
Yeah, I'm coming in. We have Hayden on the line.
We got a lot going on, folks.
Gee whiz.
Shirley, pop a squat.
I'm popping
Well, hey, Shirley, I don't think Shirley's ever been in here with me.
Nope.
Well, hot dog.
Bryce already ran Brandon Manning out. Let's see if he runs Shirley out too.
Well, I am wearing a Brandon Manning special right
That
here.
is true.
Wonderful Red Sox.
Nice.
Shout out.
Yeah, what'd
B-Man
you bring
for-
us today, Bryce?
From B-Man?
Can I have them glasses?
Yeah, you got the glasses.
Shirley, you got to own this day for us?
Yes, on this day.
Let's try to make it into a question for Bryce.
Ooh, okay.
Like what type
okay.
of? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. On this day, I'm going to give you how many years ago? 40 years ago. Okay, on this day, 40 years ago.
It's turning 40.
An iconic shoe made a debut in the United States. What was that shoe?
Oh, gosh.
Well formed, Shirley.
I've done trivia a time or two.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a soccer shoe? Can I ask questions?
No.
It's not. What were you going to guess?
What were
if
you,
it was a soccer shoe.
If it was a soccer shoe, what were you going to guess?
What's an iconic soccer shoe?
What is it called? The start with the S?
Saucony?
No, they play like an indoor soccer on them. Had
Sambas?
No.
Oh, the Adidas Sambas?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that is an iconic shoe, but no, that's not the right one. Let's just put it this way. This particular shoe is iconic.
And it has like 20 iterations. How many iterations?
Has quite a few iterations.
There's the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6.
Jordans?
That is it.
You are correct, sir.
Wow.
40 years ago.
On April 1st in 1985, the very first Air Jordan 1s hit the store shelves. Here's another trivia question. How much do you think they went for?
First
on this
pair
day?
of Jordans.
Back
Jordan
40
1s.
years ago?
40 years ago, how much do you think those shoes went for? Now, you know how much they go for now.
Right.
I would like to lock in $39.99.
You are incorrect.
Oh, God.
Try higher.
I was sort of in the 50s. I'm going $59.99.
No.
More than that?
I mean, are we high or low?
Oh, you're too low.
Golly.
$79.99.
Now you're too high.
$69.69.
Still too high.
$64.32.
Too low.
How much?
$65.
Dang it, Nate. That's expensive
It
back in the
is.
80s, ain't it?
Yeah.
And I remember when those shoes came out because one of my favorite shoes of all time, and I wanted a pair so bad because they were like all the rage in middle school. It was the Pumas, the black and red Pumas. They look almost like the Sambas, the same type of body shape for the shoe, but it was a Puma, and it was the shoe was black, the Puma stripe was red. And I remember that as clear as day because the Jordan 1s were black, red, and white.
Yeah.
And I remember going, oh, these are cool too.
And Jordan got fined for wearing his own shoes because they were too much black on them or something.
Yeah,
they were
they had-
team color.
Yep.
There's a documentary, too. It's called Air.
That is a movie, not a documentary.
It's a film
Biopic.
documentary.
Take the L.
It's a biopic.
Take the L, Will. It's not a documentary.
Wait, do we still have Hayden on the phone?
We do.
Okay. Sorry,
Hayden. How are you, Hayden?
I'm good.
Did you learn anything from us talking?
A shoe, a samba.
A samba, yeah. Hayden, we're getting you on for multiple reasons. First of all, set the scene in Wilmington. How's the weather? How's things looking for baseball tonight?
The weather is pretty good. The sun's out. Supposed to get down in the 60s when the game starts. There's actually a good bit of ECU fans here. The stadium's not super packed, but I think it'll get a little bit more packed as the day goes on.
Great report from intern Hayden. Hayden, you are in first place in our NCAA Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge standings. Bryce Williams is next to last. Bryce, do you have any like general questions or?
I mean, I guess I want
on her process or
yeah. Like, what
do
was your process and mindset in choosing your team? Was it gut or was it statistical?
Well, I didn't think too much about it and changed my mind a bunch. And then obviously I went to the website and did a little bit of digging. And I knew I wanted North Carolina team to win. So Duke was looking like it might happen. So that's kind of how I went with it.
And Bryce, one thing she did, you didn't do, and it's a big thing. She went to the website. Did you go to the website?
No.
I sure did.
Okay.
And it turns out her bracket's pretty good.
I know, there you go.
Or is.
Well, Hayden, next year, Bryce said he's going to call you before he fills out his bracket, so be ready for that.
All right. I pay a little bit of a charge, though.
Yeah, that actually is not a bad idea.
A consulting fee.
Do you want to win your bracket challenge? You pay a few bucks to Hayden. She'll help you win the big prize.
Hayden brackets.
Takes money to.
What's the rate?
Yeah.
I'll take $5. That gets me a Bojangle Supreme.
Well, that's fair enough.
Oh, you eating them kid Supremes? You're not an adult eater yet.
Have you seen Hayden?
Hayden probably eats one Supreme and then keeps one for lunch the next day.
Like a kid's
yeah.
I was gonna say a kid's Supreme would last her like all week.
How's J-Bone doing down there?
He's good. We try to find a place for us to get some videos. He's kind of walked off somewhere. I don't know.
Have you met Jamie yet?
Yes, I went to go get a picture of him, and he said something. I was like, "Oh, you're Jamie," and I had a conversation with him. He was really nice. It was good to talk to him.
Well, good.
I didn't know yes had 2 syllables in it.
Oh, that's our Hayden.
Can we get Hayden to inform Bryce about the baseball player she learned about yesterday?
Sure. Yeah.
So it wasn't Trey Savage. It was it Jake Woolley or someone with a W with his last name?
I think Will's talking about something else. You're talking about Bryson Worrell. Will, are you talking about the former Orioles player?
I am talking about the former Oriole, current Blue Jay.
That's now with the Blue Jays.
Oh, you'll have to play it.
All right, play the clip real quick.
Can you play that, Will, please?
Where is that?
Oh, boy.
It's page 3. It's in black.
And his name.
Where's Hayden from?
Hayden, where are you from?
I'm from Dunn.
How many Final Fours have you been to?
She does sound like Kim Mulkey. All right, what do we got?
Anthony Santander.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hit it live for us, Hayden.
I gotta get away from Dunn, people.
Wait, say it one more time.
Anthony Santander.
Hayden's game for anything. Although the things I asked Grayson to say earlier, Hayden probably wouldn't say. So,
yeah, that is true.
All right, Hayden. Well, thank you for helping us out down there, and have fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Y'all enjoy.
All right, there's intern Hayden. What a breath of fresh air, or a fresh of breath air, as Chandler would say.
Yeah.
Has she ever been in the studio? I don't think I've met her.
She's not a Tuesday.
No, usually that's Grayson's
You get
slot.
Grayson.
Hey, Grayson's good.
Yeah.
You're cool with Grayson, right?
Yeah,
Y'all got
Hayden usually comes
We
in
ain't got no beef.
No beef?
Mondays and Fridays, I think. She doesn't come in on Wednesdays, does she?
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
Sometimes
but
it's her and
mostly,
Delaney.
yeah. Mondays for sure, and then a couple of times during the week. It's kind of random.
Grayson, who's your least favorite person you encounter here at Pirate Radio?
Nobody. They're all wonderful.
You can say Chandler.
Yeah, he's not here. He won't know.
Oh, Chan Man's all right.
She did go at him pretty hard when we played Werewolf, and I think there's a vendetta there.
Ooh.
No vendetta.
Leftover beef?
You trying to stir something up over there?
Perhaps.
Well, I was too, because I said I ship Hayden and Jarrett, so I was joking around.
Shirley
I was like,
was
I
instigating
totally
in here.
ship Hayden and Jarrett, just because they're just polar opposites when it comes to personality. Because, Jarrett's kind of quiet, reserved, and just kind of, and he can be snarky at times, whereas
Opposites
Hayden,
attract.
yeah, Hayden's like that bubbly personality, and so they're totally opposite, and for some reason.
Jarrett, why don't you ever smile? You should smile more, Jarrett.
I am smiling. Can't you tell I'm smiling?
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Pirate Radio Outdoors, Fleet Feet Rundown, more to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Gnomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. This time of year, the automobile business really starts picking up, and you guys have a tremendous inventory.
Yeah, we stocked up on over 30 cars this week after having a pretty good end of the February. We're looking to create opportunities for customers that are ready to buy this time of year, take care of all your automotive needs right here in Greenville at Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Willing to earn your trust one vehicle at a time, one day at a time.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. Go online at driveherenow.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! Pirate fans, 2025 East Carolina football season tickets are on sale now and can be purchased for as little as $115. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate coach as he builds momentum off of the 8-win season and the Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Revolutionize off-roading for everyone with the all-new Ridge Crew side-by-side. A 4-cylinder engine delivers all the power your team needs to move heavy cargo or ride recreationally on challenging terrain. A fully enclosed cab with 2-row space. And HVAC keeps the crew comfortable in every season. Command peak premium performance together. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chronic joint pain hovers. You never know when it is going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Garrard, too. This is why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they are delivering long-term relief, treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today, 252-765-PAIN. That's 252-765-PAIN. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service that you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage. Pirates supporting Pirates. Now back into PRL. Here's a clip.
All right. Thank you, Grayson. We got Will here, Shirley Rhodes. Jarrett and Hayden in Wilmington. Chandler Honeycutt at ECU spring football practice. Bryce Williams right here to my left. And Bryce, you're back on a good day because it's the return of the Fleet Feet Rundown. Do we still have Alex Harper telling us about our friends at Fleet Feet? We'll see if Will can find that one.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
All right, first up, we talked about this hour one. I want to get your take on it, Bryce. Coastal Carolina is trying to do something to bring in more fans to their football games. So they got an idea. They will be giving all fans who purchase a ticket and download their app free hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, and fountain drinks at no extra cost. Fans will be able to acquire 4 items per concession stand visit and no limit to the number of trips you can take.
So you can
eat 16 hot dogs, or that's one a quarter. If you want to go 2 trips a quarter, I guess 32.
Shoot, that'd probably get me going to a game.
Yeah. Now you have to buy a ticket. Again, I don't know if it's a season ticket or a ticket through Coastal Carolina's website, but you also will have to download the app, which will be their Coastal Carolina Athletics app. So we were trying to figure out, like, where does the revenue, like the lost revenue in food sales, where is it being made up? Is it going to be in the excess ticket sales they're going to get? Is it, like, are there ads on the app that people have to download where they're going to get revenue from that? And people are going to, because you have to have the app to scan it each time you go up. So it's one of those things. But, like, on the surface, and hey, this is great if you're a football fan. Again, what did I say? Hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, soft drinks. So if you want a beer, if you want something from a food truck, you still got to pay for those.
Right, but shoot, I'll take some hot dogs.
Yeah. So, hey, what do you think about the idea?
I mean, that's pretty clever. How much their stadium hold? Which still, I mean, that's still a lot of daggum.
They do not have the biggest stadium. That's a good question. Coastal Carolina Football Stadium. And again, if I'm ECU, I'd love to do this if you could support it. But I think my first initiative would be just to lower food prices on some things. 21,000.
Oh yes, it's
good
still,
location, good backdrop.
Say what?
Good location, good backdrop, though.
How do you feel about a painted field? That's a popular April Fool's Day joke where people will put out the picture of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium with a purple field.
Please just keep it grass.
How do you feel about Coastal Carolina's turf, the teal field?
I ain't a fan of it.
Yeah.
I just want to play on green grass, a.k.a. Dowdy Ficklin.
How do you feel about green turf? You just want grass.
I just want grass. Turf, I mean, turf's not bad. I mean, it sticks good. You really don't have to worry about slipping too much. But, man, you don't want to when you get tackled and you get burned on it, and it's hot.
Are you too old to play on too young, I meant, to play on bad turf?
I think every turf I've played on has been pretty good.
Yeah.
I know Middle Tennessee was turf. I don't remember that being too terrible. In turf, you get all the tires and stuff on you. And
That's weird. Like, does that hurt? Like, obviously getting tackled hurts, but falling on the turf.
I guess you don't really realize it in the midst of it. It's after the game, but there's been a few times where I've burned. And it just whew.
You get the skid or Holton has showed us some pretty gnarly. It looks like a motorcycle crash.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. At the time, you don't really notice it, but man, afterwards, I just like grass.
Give Bryce the grass. All right, coming up tonight, I had a bonus for a home run bet, so put in a few bucks. So you told me Cody Bellinger for the Bombers tonight. They take on the Diamondbacks.
Yep, opening game of the series, Yankee Stadium at night. It'll be his first night game in Yankee Stadium.
I like it.
Corbin Burns, a righty, so I'm going with a lefty here, and the obvious bet would be Jazz, but he had a few this weekend, so I'm going to kind of take the risk with Cody Bellinger.
All right, I like that. Anything else you're looking at tonight as far as gambling in sports? You got NBA, you've got a few college basketball games, and MLB.
Me and Danny Beal have a Nerfy parlay tonight.
Nerfy is no runs first inning. That's a bet you can do, Bryce, to say there will be no runs scored in the first inning of this game. So you are piling a few together for a parlay. What do you got?
I have the Rangers and the Reds. That's Nate Eovaldi and Carson Spears.
6:40 first pitch.
Yep. We have the Giants and the Astros. That would be Logan Webb and former Yankee minor leaguer Hayden Wesneski.
8:10 first pitch.
Yep. We have Tigers and Mariners. That would be Casey Mize, former first overall pick, and Logan Gilbert.
Ooh, I like that. 9:40 first pitch.
We have the Mets and the Marlins, Clayton McCullough's Marlins. That's Kodai Senga and Sandy Alcantara, former Cy Young winner.
6:40.
And we have Angels and Cardinals. That would be Kyle Hendricks and Matthew Liberatore.
At 7:45.
Yep. I think me and Danny have a couple different picks, but the core of our parlays are the same. He inspired a couple of my picks.
Okay.
Hopefully we both make money tonight.
The Danny Bill intern will parlay thrill right there for you. We need to go outdoors real quick, Bryce. So let's do that. What have you been up to this week?
Well, I did go golf. Where's my music? There it is.
Give the man his music.
Well, I did start the weekend off. I did end up going.
Where'd you go golfing?
Golfing. I went to. I played at my brother-in-law's, his club, Bent Winds in Raleigh. I have not been west. I've not been past, I think, Wilson, and there's no telling how long. I mean, it's been so long. So I do go to Raleigh at times, but I played golf, and then I had to replace a relay on my jack plate on my boat, and then I've just been getting ready for turkey season.
Is that what you came in the door with today? Was that a turkey call? What animal were you doing?
That was the turkey mount, like a mount call. Constantly practicing that, just so it comes second nature to sound like a hen.
You do it around the boy?
Yeah.
Try to get him.
Yeah, he
get him going with it.
And then I get about a few calls in, and I get Anna going, "Quit that!"
Yeah, I can see that.
So I do that, but I do actually. Place I'll be hunting. I do have a turkey on camera, so let's hope he holds on for 2 weeks in that area. I got.
When's opening day?
The 12th for adults. So
next Saturday.
I'm hoping he hangs around. So
question, Bryce.
Yes, sir.
You see that thing on Friday the 11th, and you're like, man, one more day.
I know.
But that turkey somehow communicates to you that he realizes that and says, I'm gone tomorrow, buddy.
Peace out.
This is it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he's peacocking around. What happens if you shoot that thing?
You don't tell anybody. Take the picture of that next morning.
Look what I got. But what like, do you get a fine or like?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, the likelihood of someone finding out is obviously slim.
If someone finds
But if someone finds out, because I think well, I mean, of course, everything like federal. You know, you have your ducks who are like federal and birds and stuff. I can't know if turkeys are considered federal, but yeah, you'd get probably a hefty fine, and I don't know if it'd be to the extent of losing your license, but it'd probably be something. Your gun to get taken away. They don't.
Okay.
Joke around.
So you follow the rules.
I do. I tag all my deer. I do because it's like, which that's what I like about it. You know, it's like if you tag your bird, tag your deer, tag whatever you shoot, you know, just kind of solidifies, and it helps out, you know, for the conservation aspect of it.
Yeah. All right. Great boat weather. You getting the boat out this week?
I'm gonna hope so. I'm gonna talk with Hannah, see what she's up for. Maybe try and fish or something. So we'll see, because the boat is ready to go. I've even hosed off the pollen. So
Pirate Radio Outdoors with Bryce Williams, brought to you by Stroud Marine. And man, now is the time. If you're kind of late, because Bryce has got his stuff ready to go, but there's always something to work on.
Oh, for sure.
Always something.
Always something. And I did actually just drop a motor off to Caleb yesterday.
For him to
purchase.
Yeah, okay.
Large motor. So like I said, you got a used motor you got laying around, Caleb will be glad to evaluate it and give you some money for it.
StroudsMarine.com. Yeah, we talk a lot about going there to buy the supplies you need, but obviously they also will buy them from you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get our final break in, come back, get ready to wrap it up here on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Have you heard? Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by today for lunch specials for only $8.99 with delicious features like chicken pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger steak, and everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a mixed day for the stock market. The Dow was down 11 points at 41,989. The NASDAQ, however, was up 150 points at 17,449. The S&P was up 21 points as well and finished the day at 5,633. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, Shirley. Thank you, Grayson. Thank you, Will. Shout out Chairman at practice. Shout out J-Bone and Hayden in Wilmington. We'll have a recap of ECU UNCW and ECU spring football New Blue report for you coming up on Wednesday's show. Bryce, thanks for hanging out, man.
Thanks for having me.
We will see you next week, and we'll see all you fine people Wednesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I am Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.